Good morning. Good morning on this beautiful Monday morning. How are we all today? I am filling in for the lovely Jo. I think that's her name. I better just double check. No, it's Bron. Sorry, I am filling in for Bron this morning. I'm not usually here on a Monday morning. Bron is not feeling very well. And put the call out for the lovely people in Spiritual Events Directory to jump on board. So let's all send some love and healing to Bron, who's not feeling really well. So I'm just going to ask you to say hello when you join. I'm going to have a little bit of a conversation, then I will pull some cards, and I'm here today to talk about Young Living Beautiful Essential Oils, and I have some of my beautiful little premium starter kit pack here to show you. I would like to talk about what you do when things aren't working in your life. Good morning, Jan Marie. Thanks for joining. Hello, Mari Taylor, Kylie Grieg. It is pretty exciting to be here on a Monday morning, and I've got up this morning and gone for a walk, and I just love the idea that I'm in a position where I can choose what I do for the day. Are you in a position where you get to choose what you do for the day? I have just recently spent some time with one of my daughters who has been walking for an hour every morning, and she has inspired me. I've just stayed in Melbourne for 2 weeks, and she has inspired me to make sure that I do some more walking. And that means for me getting up a bit earlier so that I can start the day with something energetic. Now, I think most of us would have to agree that we have been going through unprecedented times in the last couple of years. And my question to you is, what do you do in life when things don't kind of go your way? What kind of things do we do? So let's know in the comments, what do you do if things aren't going your way? How can we turn things around? Because I certainly believe that we have lots and lots of options for turning things around, rather than I actually had a conversation with someone this morning about how they'd spent some time with some friends on the weekend, and yet the friends were not happy, and kept, having a little bit of an argument in front of their friends. And that meant that these people stayed with their friends but didn't really have such a good time because the people they were staying with were arguing. And I kind of thought, well, why didn't you say to them, I'm not really enjoying your conversation? Why didn't they let these people know what was bugging them? And what can you do in a situation where things aren't going your way? So let me know. What do you do? Jen, okay, change mindset, music, meditation, music, dance, raise the vibration. Awesome, Mish. And Jan Marie, you use your freedom to be programmed to identify, transform what is triggering for you. Fantastic. And I use Jan Marie's freedom to be programmed, but I've got it in the other room, so I can't pull one of those cards today. That's a great idea as well. I actually think the idea is that we actually do have a choice. And I think a lot of us get into that, there are times where we'll get into that mindset of, we're helpless, or what can we do about it? Or it's everybody else's fault. But I'm here to say to you, it might be other people around you, but really the only point of power that we have is what's within us. And it's really up to us to take control of the situation. So Mish has all these gorgeous ideas, which is fantastic. But the thing is, when we're not used to taking control or not used to the idea, we've got to start somewhere. And we build up to that, all those beautiful things that Mish has talked about. I add all those things to my regime, but I also add essential oils, because they have been one of the most empowering things that I have done. And I'm going to pull some cards. Good morning, Nettie. This was a last-minute show. So we'll pull a card for the collective right now. I've got these beautiful cards that I got off Nettie, actually, this lovely Jeanette Marie. And they are life mapping cards. So, I love this. And I love how it marries up with what I am talking about. Sacred pool. I like this idea. What do you do to create your sacred pool? And really, I often use the word well, that well of that collective of things that we can use, or tools of the trade. What can we do to turn things around? So let's have some conversations. Let's have some readings. I'm going to pull an oil. I've got my oil cards here. Great cards. They are good cards. I love them, Nettie. They kind of... And I love, all the selections, the ideas. And I believe that we are actually limitless. And if we believe, or if we know we're limitless, that means we've got limitless options to pull from that. I love that word, the sacred pool. So imagine you've got a sacred pool this morning, and imagine if you've got a pen and paper and you're at home, or you're in a position to write things down, draw yourself a big circle and imagine that's the pool. And if you feel that there's some inspiration here today, or something that you think could motivate you, why don't you start taking some action and write in that pool throughout the time we are here together, write in that pool what it is that you would like to introduce into your life. Let's see. I'm going to choose an oil card. And here it is, and it's called motivation. So we have a beautiful blend which avoids procrastination and helps us to eliminate stress, brings more positivity into us, and helps us conquer our fears. Good morning, Jess. Yes, this is unexpected. I'm here for the lovely Bron filling in. So if you are usually in Bron's audience, could you send her some beautiful bubbles of love and healing, because Bron is not feeling really well and decided she needed to nurture herself. And I stood up, put my hand up to fill in her place, which is exciting. So motivation. To be motivated, we need, I believe, to have a sacred well that we can draw from. In my well, I would have meditation, I would have music, I would have walks, I would have spend time with uplifting people, I would have make sure you've got some downtime, and I would also write down the goals that I would like to achieve. So like my goal for this session here is to connect with some beautiful hearts who are really interested in making changes, not just interested in, oh yes, I want the change, and but I'm not prepared to do something about it, because what energy we put in to our life is equivalent to what we get back out of our life. And we can't expect that it's just going to kind of land on our doorstep. If you want to take a road trip to somewhere, you need your map, you need your car, you need your clothes, you need your food, you need all your goodies when you're packing to go away for a trip. And life is about, making sure we have what we need in each and every day. So let's see if some people are interested in me pulling some cards. My progescence is on its way, says Jess. I'm glad I found you and your oils. Aren't you beautiful? Absolutely wonderful stuff. Mental, physical, emotional. So yes, Jess lives on the Sunshine Coast, and she's one of the lovely ladies that I have met through spiritual events, like a lot of you who are on other nights or other days, and a lot of you have joined me in my Essential Oil Wisdom group. So you can connect with me down the bottom. I'm home today if anyone would like a discovery call just to flesh out what's going on. If you would like a personal one up, conversation with oils, how about I put out some free mini readings today, a little quarter of an hour reading about how you can turn your life around. I'm commonly known as the courage activator, and what I love to do is to help you to take that plunge, take that step into the courage that you need to actually, turn your life around and make the changes that you want. Now, not all of us will be feeling down and out. Some of us need that sacred well or that inspiration if we would like to up level from our community. If we would like to up level, change, pivot, whatever it is. I think for me, change is constant. It is forever ongoing. So let's know if you would like some change in your life, if you would like some inspiration, a little bit of guidance. Just checking that no one's messaging me to say things aren't okay. So I'll turn my phone off so I don't get distracted with that now. So absolutely step forward. So I'm going to start with the lovely Jess, and I'm reaching out to these cards which have crystals and essential oil recommendations. And I know Jess is always up for reading. I'm not sure if you were asking for a reading, Jess, but you're going to get one because I know, love, and appreciate you. And then I will go to author Marissa Jane. Fantastic. You're an author. Tell us what you write about, Jane. A few people might be interested in the goods that you have. And anyone who's got fantastic links, you can put your links in. This one's for Jane, and it's sunstone. I love sunstone. I bought some in Utah when I was over there last. I will show you. Here is some sunstone, although mine looks a bit different. Mine looks a bit more yellow than that. So this is Jess, a radiant healer and balancer. Well, if that doesn't sound like you, I don't know what does. This crystal clears and cleanses all energy centers of your body. Great for motivation, action, will, and security. So, and your affirmation is, I am God energy and joy in action now, which is definitely you. Every time I've spoken to you, Jess, this is the vibe that I get from you. And the companion oils are copaiba, spearmint, orange, or tangerine. So, you're kind of you're this uplifting, sunny person. And I know you're on a mission with with the work you're doing, with the healing work you're doing. I know you're into caring for people. So I get the sense, the message I'm intuiting for you is keep on keeping on, because you are definitely on the right track. And I work with color as well. So I'm going to pull you out a color card. Awesome. And it's gold. Attract abundance. Fantastic. So breathe into that, Jess, and breathe in. Feel that, I'm feeling inside energetically that sparkle of the shiny gold. And a beautiful reading for you there, Jess. So I hope that one resonates. Now I've just got someone who's going to be there, who's someone who's coming to my place, and I haven't told him that I am online. So I will interrupt my show online till 11. Sorry, I had not jumped on this because this was a last minute thing. I hadn't jumped on to let this person know. I wasn't sure what time he would come. All right, so I'm going to go to the Marissa. You need that, so thank you, and I'm ready. I'm really funny. And I'm really funny. I love it. You're really funny. Oh, you're a good person, Jess, and you have a good sense of humor. I'm going to go to the Marissa. Are you still here, Marissa? Let me know. It's called Dancing in the Sunlight. I love it. It's a self-development book. Tools and processes to help one move forward. Fantastic, Marissa. So thanks for letting us know that. Now, I'm just taking a few names down. Otherwise, I get all over the place. So I'm going to go to the lovely Marissa. Did you ask for a card, Marissa? I'm going to go back. Did you ask for something? I'll put your name down here. Would love to know what's happening with your work. All right, I'm going to go to Marissa. Now, if you want a reading, hang in, ask. If I miss you, just keep asking, and I'll do the best I can. And remember that each and every one today who joins me, I will be offering some little mini readings, one-on-one, after this session, a little bit. Once I've got my worker sorted, let me know, or later in the day. Probably after lunch I'll be doing them, maybe, because I'll have to work with this guy who's coming. So if you're around and you want some inspiration from me, let's work together. All right, I'm going to the lovely Marissa. And let's see if you are still here, Marissa. Awesome. Yes, honey. And where do you hail from, Marissa? Where are you on the planet right now? I'm going to pull this card, and it's called this is a beautiful oil called Angelica. I'm going to read this because I love the words in this. The time traveler, Angelica, returns you to the space before trauma impacted your cell receptors, erasing the damage, releasing past beliefs. The oils of the angels offers you potential to turn inward, connecting your spirit. Look forward with a fresh vision, unblurred by past confusion. So Angelica is going to help you really get down to the nitty-gritty of what it is that may be standing in the way of things at the moment for you. I will pull, I've got my cards everywhere, I'll put them back on the shelf. I'm going to pull, you're in Berwick. I've just come back from Melbourne on Friday and spent some time in the Dandenongs. Gosh, it was beautiful up there at my son's place. Okay, let's see. This is for the lovely Marissa. Solitude. So this one, maybe it's time for you just, when you put this, these two together, the Angelica oil and the solitude, it is time for you just to, to go within and really tap in to hear those deep messages. So let me see what I can get here as well. And that's going to give you, when you look at this card here, Marissa, it's going to give you a good solid foundation to build that beautiful strength and to become that guiding light that you already are. But it might be just a bit of time to really go in to get a sense of what is happening for you. And I love using these oils for business. I work with business people who are ready to up level and ready to really step out into their power with purpose. And yes, this is confirmation. So green, revitalize your nervous system. So time for you to get in amongst nature. Find somewhere that is going to provide you with that sacred space for you to really tune in to get those beautiful messages that you really need to keep moving on and create that success that you need. If you want more clarification, let's know. We might be able to get together and have a chat. Sandra Howe, I would love to see what's in store for me in the near future. Okay, now I'm not the kind of person that's going to say this is going to happen. I'm more into the transformation and into empowering you to actually decide what's going to come in. And I'm more into the idea that you can take the steps with your sacred well, which is the journey of moving forward and the journey of us gathering what we need. I often feel like maybe it's a sacred pouch that I often talk about, gathering all those things that you need. So let's see what we have for you, Sandra. And my pleasure, Marissa. Let's know if you want to connect. I have an essential oil group on Facebook, and I offer readings on a Wednesday night, and I do all sorts of bits and pieces, but I educate people about ways to use Young Living essential oils to create whatever it is that you want in your life. And they are such an empowering option for us to look into. So, Sandra, what's in the future for you? Excuse me, something's going on. Are you speaking up? All of a sudden, I've got to clear my throat. Are you speaking your throat? Are you speaking your fruit? I love it. This is like, what is going on for you? Are you actually nailing your authentic voice? Because it's triggered something in me, and that's usually the idea that it's triggering. I'm picking up on what's going on for you energetically. Time to speak your truth. And the card that's come out is purify your body. Now, you could embrace the color of lemon. I'm wondering, are you peeved about something? Is something upsetting you? Are you feeling unhappy about things in your life? And what are you doing about it? Let me know if that rings true for you. Uh-oh, something's jumped out. And I'm going to pick that one. I'm going to talk about that one. So that's the sage oil, which is fantastic. And it's for the wise or the unknowing. So do you feel wise? Are you tapping into your wisdom? Or are you being the victim and going, I know nothing. I don't know about things. And I think the wisdom is within you, and it's time for you to stand in that space. My heart and wisdom mind are one. Okay, so recent breakup. Now, you can access these oils, Sandra, in the UK. If you are interested, you can grab my website up there. Or if anyone is interested in grabbing some oils from Young Living, this is just a fantastic opportunity for you to, start using oils to change your life, turn things around. And Sandra, the other oil that's come out for you is Vevita. So this is going to give you the feeling of assurance. It's a deeply calming oil and brings the mind down. Maybe what's happening is your mind is working over and over and over again, and possibly there's some confusion coming through for you because too many things are going on in your mind. You need to drop down into your solar plexus area and tap into your well of wisdom. My heart blossoms with quiet assurance. So I think it's time for you to just sit quietly and just start reaffirming that you do have what you need within. And now I'm going to go to the lovely Hayley. Hayley Morey, are you still here? I'll write some names down while I'm waiting for Hayley. Rebecca May O'Sullivan and Diane. We've got Diane Radley, Diane Martinovok. Has anyone else been for a walk this morning? I started my day. I live near the beach. I'm really lucky where I live. I went for a beautiful walk this morning. Hayley, are you still here? Let me know. Let's know, Sandra, if that resonated. And Diane has responded. So I'll just wait. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Hayley, if you are still here. Oh, good on you, Mish. 6Ks. I didn't go quite that far. But anyway, let's see what's happening for Diane. Yeah, I was walking with my daughter last week, and I said, how many Ks do you walk in the morning? And she said, she looked at her phone. It was like, some mornings 7, some 8, some 10, some 5. But, they were up in the, most of them were above 5. Cherry, live an extraordinary life. Diane, it's time for you to realize that you can live an extraordinary life. Are you aware of that? Here is the card. I want you to imagine that your life is like a lush cherry. And when you take a bite or you eat a lush cherry, and you know that sensation of eating a cherry and it's like, oh, wow, it just tastes beautiful. Well, do you realize that you can create a life that feels like that? I wonder if you're aware of that. Let me know if you are. And I'm bouncing backwards and forwards amongst these cards. I've actually got 2 packs mixed together, but I think I'm just going to go with that at the moment. So Alaska walked to the river this morning, no push, nice and slow, checking out and weaving through the trees. Beautiful. Yes, so sometimes I look at those people who are really powering on. I like to look at their faces and wonder whether they're enjoying themselves or not. Fantastic to get some exercise. But, you know, you've also got to think about your mindset. What are you doing when you're walking? Are you thinking about, you know, the terrible things that are happening in your life? Or are you thinking about what you can do to turn around things? At each and every moment, we all have the power. You have the power to start creating. No, you're not aware. Okay, well, maybe it's time you became aware that you can live an extraordinary life. And that usually starts from thinking that you can live an extraordinary life. And then you start working out what you need to do to bring in the extraordinary life, because it is a matter of us. Let's go back to, I don't know where I put that original card. Did I put it down here? No, I didn't. The well, the very first card I pulled. I don't know where it is because it's cards are everywhere. Anyway, oh, interesting. You've got Vevita, the same as the other lady. Thick, rich, earthly oil, so precious. Inhale. Allow your spirit to be drawn to the earth. So I think it's time for you to connect with Mother Earth and connect to the pulse of Mother Earth that's nurturing. That's look what Mother Earth still nurtures us after all the things that we dish out to Mother Earth. You know, the human species in general, we are not nourishing or maybe even grateful, showing gratitude, deep respect for what the earth offers us. So it's time for you to really slow your mind down and bring your energy down through your feet and connect with Mother Earth. Even take yourself on a gratitude walk is what I'm thinking for you. And once you can tune into this really deep sense of calm, you will start to hear the messages that are there for you. So Vevita is an oil that will help to calm your mind. I'm going to pull you another card. Roman chamomile. Same kind of message. Relaxed or rigid. Are you relaxed in the idea that you can invoke into your life what you want? Or are you rigid and thinking there's no choice? These are the questions I would be asking you. Breathing in, I soften my approach. Breathing out, I am relaxed. So yes, just do some letting go. And if you want some more clarification on some of that, Diane, reach out. Let's have a conversation. And Hayley, are you here still? I will come back to you if you say yes. And I will move on to Rebecca now. And I will put Akasha, your name down. Kashna, a long name. Then I will come back to Akasha. And let me know, Diane, how you went with that. And Josie, I will pop your name down as well. So today, if for those who are just joining, is all around what are you doing to turn your life around? What are you doing to create what you want? When you come to a brick wall or a crossroad, we all need to be aware that we have got the power within us to turn things around. And I'm kind of asking everybody, what are you doing about it? Do you do something? Have you got the tools? And are you aware that we can do lots of things? Sandra, yes, I was right. I will work on it. Fantastic, Sandra. And all right, so I'm going to Rebecca. I'll just go back to get your name up here again. Hey, Rebecca. She's saying, hi, I'm still here. So I'm going to start with an oil card for you, Rebecca. Do you use oils? Let's know who uses oils, who has heard of Young Living oils. And I always have to do a little bit of a talk about Young Living oils and why I use them. And that's because they're organically grown, they're sustainably sourced and harvested and distilled in such a way that we have the beautiful high frequency still in the actual oils. Now, essential oils are not all made equal. They can have pure on the label, but all countries have this, you only have to put a small percentage of pure in the bottle and you can still call them pure oils. Whereas, and I was not aware of that many years ago, whereas with Young Living, I know that our oils actually are 100% pure because it is actually what we need to be using on our body, because when you have a pure oil, it is in harmony with our body. When you are not using a pure oil, it is actually going to create disharmony because a lot of oils have synthetics added to them, or they might be grown with chemicals, harsh chemicals on them. There's a whole lot of things that we need to be aware of before we start using essential oils. Okay, you use doTERRA oils. That's great. And Code Star, what a great topic. Just what I need. I'm currently researching ideas to move forward and I just don't know what direction. Let's know if you'd like some insight into that. And let's know, I actually do color readings as well. And I will give you a full hour where I sit and draw your signature piece of artwork. Here's an example of somebody's. So I will draw you a piece of art and I will interpret it for you. I will work with you and I will help you to get to the bottom of whatever's happening, and I'll give you essential oil recommendations. So, okay, Rebecca. Kunzia. So Kunzia is a Tasmanian oil, and your affirmation is, I breathe in, I breathe out, I am safe. Do you feel safe at the moment, or are you caught up with some old hurts? They're my questions that I would have for you, Rebecca. And let's see what we can find for something for you. And the oil recommendation for you is gratitude, Rebecca. Remember that gratitude raises our vibrations, and the affirmation is, thank you, universe, for always inspiring on my behalf. Now, our gratitude blend is one that we can, when you doing our gratitude offerings or affirmations, when you apply gratitude oil, it helps you to magnify your ability to energetically expand that space for gratitude. So I hope that one is helpful to you, Rebecca. And I'm going to go to Akasha and I will write Code Star, your name down, and I will work with you after Josie. So just hang in there, Josie. And who am I looking for? Akasha's. I will just get your name up here because it helps me to vibe in with, and it helps me to stay on track with who I'm working with. Let's see. Akasha. Or it might be Akasha. I do apologize if I'm spelling it incorrectly. Ground yourself, which is what you've done this morning with your walk, and it's beautiful because it is around the autumn time of year. So that's if you're in Australia. I presume you may be. I'm not quite sure. I see Audrey is somewhere else because she's 12:30 there. And somebody, Carol Jarrett, I can just, while I've got that comment. It's time for shedding. Seasonally, it's time for all of us to do a shift. And in the last couple of days, I've kind of had this urging. I'm ready for change. I'm ready to bring in the new. I'm ready to leave things walk away from things that aren't working, or revamp things, be forever changing. So deep grounding for you, Akasha. Now I've done a color card. I'm going to move to an oil card, and let's see what's coming up for you in your messages. So normally I'm on a Thursday night. I come on to Spiritual Events Directory and work with you on a Thursday night. So Juniper, joyful or distressed? Do you feel joyful or do you feel distressed? Joy cascades through me. Now the juniper oil is one that when we apply that, it actually brings the cells alive and into a state of, I'm going to say, bliss. So I feel like for you, Akasha, you know that you're on this path, but you might need to have a little bit of time out or something to add that spark of life to allow your life to come alive. And let's see what I'm going to see if I can find a blend for you. And this one is Believe. So this beautiful blend called Believe. Have you stopped believing in yourself? Have you stopped believing in your potential? What's going on is my query. There's happiness and inner strength available to you, and you need to start believing in yourself again. More belief in the fact that there are possibilities for you to, the words coming, rise and shine. So put the doubts aside and put more energy into what you can do and what you can create, what you can bring towards you. So Akasha, let me know, is that what's going on for you? Now, Josie, are you still here? I'll just see. Josie Star, she is, because you have just picked up again. And let's see what we've got happening for you. Dear, oh dear. Okay. Frankincense. Now, this is a great oil. This is an oil for when you're feeling vulnerable. It will help you feel protected. And the affirmation for you, I am protected by the fragrance of love and light. Now, okay, thank you, my sister. Rise and show spot onto it. Thank you. Bless you. Fantastic. So nice to have connected with you, Akasha. Frankincense. This oil helps us to tune into the messages from God, from Source, so that all those messages that are not coming from God can be transformed into us listening to what we really need to hear. So when we are getting negative messages, it's not really from God. And when you are using frankincense, it's a great one for meditation, for prayer. It's a beautiful grounding oil. And when you apply frankincense, it's a beautiful thing to tap into your sacredness. So, Josie, I wonder whether that's an area of your life that you've been neglected. And I will pull out a colour card for you. Let's see if we can get some more insight. Be persistent. So, when we are going through transformation, it's not always easy to stay consistent with our messages. So you need daily practices. You need daily reminders, sticky notes on your fridge. Open the cupboard door. Inside the cupboard door, you could have an affirmation, as in, I am protected by the fragrance of love and light. You could have some affirmations on things like, I think for you, is there a sense that you might think you're not going to be able to achieve the goals or create what you want in your world? Let me know if that resonates with you, and I will find another card to give you just a little bit more insight. We have a bit of time today because I'm not being over inundated by too many people. I'll just sort some of these out. And let's see, Josie. Forgiveness. Are you being a bit hard on yourself at the moment? Maybe it's time. What's the sorry? I don't know what the sorry's about. And that's interesting because forgiveness comes up just as you're writing in sorry. I allow myself to learn from life experiences. So if something's happened in our life that hasn't gone the way we've wanted it, instead of getting really cross and hard on ourselves, it's time for us to go, well, what can I learn in that lesson? And that brings me back to the initial conversation that I had when I first started here this morning. We need to have a well of goodness, a well of tricks, or a well of tools to draw from. And earlier on, we talked about meditation, prayer, good music, high vibes. We all need to be patting ourselves on the back each and every day for what we have achieved. And what we feel we haven't achieved, it's time just to let go of all those things. It's not a time, it's no good bashing ourselves up, because that's only going to suppress us even more. We really need to go, well, okay, this is what's happened. I didn't like it. I'm not happy. What can I do about it? And we all have that choice or that power within us. So I'd love to see you shine your light, Josie. And look, you're Josie Star. So that's something every time you think of your surname, you need to remind yourself of the star that you are, and allow that brilliance to shine no matter what anybody else thinks around you. For anyone who is offering healing work or stepping out into the world, we have to leave behind us the critical thoughts that hold us back. It took me quite a while to decide that I could hop online and become relaxed and share my heart, really, because I don't necessarily feel I have all the knowledge and all the knowing, and I don't feel like I'm this amazing guru, but I do know that I have some things to offer people. So we don't actually have to be this all-encompassing person who knows everything. We just have to be guided by what our heart is telling us. So I hope that gives you a bit of clarification, Josie, and for anyone else listening. Now, Code Star, let's see if you are still here. Good morning, Beverly. Yes, I am back home walking my beaches here. Lovely. Thanks, Janice. And I'll put your name on the list. I will go to Code first, though. So let me know, how many of you know that you are on a mission, or how many of you know that you're here for a purpose and you're walking your purpose? Do you know you're here for a purpose? One, and are you actively walking your purpose, or are you just floundering? I'd love to know how people are feeling. And I'm going to go and find Code Star. Where you are. Let me, very much appreciated. So I'll go here. I'd love some insight. So let's see what we've got now. I'm going to start with one of these beautiful cards. There you are. That, look, it's come up as a reminder. This is the one that was turned around for the collective. So for those of you who are joining a bit later today, we are talking about the sacred pool or the sacred well. What have we got in our sacred well that we can draw from? And let's imagine we've got an unlimited supply of whatever we need in that sacred well. So this one, Code Star, I'm going to draw one from this pack for you tonight. Field of Dreams. So you are sitting on eggs of potential ideas and dreams that once you crack them, you can open up and create many wonderful things. Are you aware of that? Are you working on those things? I would love to know. I know there's much. Hello. I'll be with you in a while. Ah, cool. My friend's just arrived. I think Indy's at the back. Okay, you know you're destined for amazing things, and I'm doing a good job. Excellent. Tell us what you're destined for, or what you're working on, and let's see. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you. One from this, because these are great for learning what emotion's going on. Good on you, Jess. I love this. And let's see what we've got for you, Code Star. Black pepper, acceptance and denial. Which part of it are you in? And your affirmation is, I choose to be accountable for my thoughts, feelings, actions, and words. And that's so much what we've all got to do. We've all got to think about every word that we're talking about, every action that we're doing. Just imagine that we are God. We are the goddess. We are aspects of the God and the goddess. And imagine each and every one of us walked our path knowing that that is our role to play. The earth would be a much better place. So you're a nurse, but I'd love to do more. Well, that's interesting. Let's know if you want to have a conversation around all that. I'd love to know what you mean is more. Sometimes I think we need to recognize that being simplistic in life and making sure whatever it is that we're doing, that we bring that God energy into it, that is going to magnify whatever we're doing. And it's going to touch everybody around us. So your patients, anyone you're working with. Black pepper is a great oil to put on your feet. So you could put that on your feet in the morning. If you're a nurse, you're on your feet. You're busy, you're overrun. Energetically, you may be feeling depleted. So black pepper is a beautiful oil for those times. And let's see what else might be going on for you. I'm a primary school teacher and I'm not teaching at the moment. I am enjoying doing all these beautiful online sessions, and I realised that teaching wasn't fulfilling my bucket. It wasn't fully aligned with a whole lot of things in my life. So I've pivoted. So if anyone is not happy in what they're doing, you really need to know you've got that choice. So clarity is a beautiful oil, and this is the affirmation for you. I already have the answers inside of me and they come to me with ease. So you do have the answers inside of you, Code Star. You know that there is something else you want to do. So pursue that. Maybe recommend, obviously, I'm going to recommend grab some essential oils. We have some fantastic oils, and I will truly believe that through my use of these oils is what has helped me do what I'm doing now. So if anyone's saying, I don't know what I'm doing, or I know I want more, I can assure you bringing these beautiful Young Living oils into your life will just help that smooth transition. It will open your mind. It will help you to align with the God within it, each and every one of you. Oh, I love that. Carol, is there anything from the Sacred Well, please? Carmel, is it? Carmel, I will come back to you. I'm going to go to Carol Jarnett. Oh, that's the same lady that I'm talking to. Awesome. Code, thanks for sharing. Does anyone, I hope you're all sharing this out and about. And if you've enjoyed spending some time with me, come and join our Essential Oil Wisdom group. And you wanted something from the Sacred Well, I will move to that. come and join my oil group and join our tribe. We have quite a beautiful little community growing, attracting people who want to express their full version of their full potential. Oh my gosh, do we ever hold back? We hold back for years and years and years until something will happen. If you don't listen to those nudges, something will happen and you will sometimes go down a track you really don't want to go down to get those messages. So please, friend request me. Also, wearing certain oils such as peace and calm will be helpful to patients. That's right, Jess. She's offering some suggestions. Jess actually works with clients on one-on-one. So I reckon you are a good expert to share with people what you could be done with oils. Yes, actually wearing the oils yourself. Fantastic. Oh, look at this. Wide open, Carol. Are you open to receive? Because now is the time for you to know that new beginnings can happen. Time for laying foundations down to the ground, time for balancing, and time for communicating. So you could take that vision, I'll put it back up there. You can take that vision of you standing on that rock of strength and you're getting the messages. What's this little drawing? Can't quite work out what it is. Oh, it's a butterfly. So there's messages coming in, and your ability for transformation and change is really powerful for you at the moment. And an oil, I'm going to go to the blends for you. The oil blend for you is highest potential. So it's time for you fully to engage in your sense of you have this amazing potential, and this highest potential for anyone who wants to step out into that, into the world, and you're feeling restricted, or you're feeling, you're judging yourself, or you're scared about what everybody else is going to think. Well, highest potential protects your energy field. It's great for decision making and it eradicates those feelings of uselessness. So if you are erring on the side of, what you can do, you can use highest potential. Smells absolutely divine. It has really some powerful oils in there to bring you this amazing blend. So it's going to help you to move out into that world of wonderment. I'm giving people 3 cards today because I think we've got a bit of time. So that's Carol. I'll give you one more card, Carol. Sorry, I think I got kicked off. So I hope I've been attracted to frankincense of late. I have shingles removed. If you have any message for me. Okay, so I hope I'm back on. Can you tell me? Someone tried to ring in, and I'm working with Carol still. I hope I'm back on. So, Carol, lemongrass. This is a great oil. Look, and the message in here, are you feeling expanded or restricted? So your messages keep coming through about this, your endless possibilities. And the affirmation here is, if it's possible in the world, it's possible for me. So you need that sense that if it's possible, well, it's possible for you. And why wouldn't it be? Oops, did you pull the vanish oil out? I love it. You have to start renting my house out and downsize home for me. Well, I haven't tuned into all that, but if you want some more clarification, reach out. Let's have a chat. So Okay, Janice Nori. Is it Janice Nori? Where are you? Are you still here? I don't think you were too far back. Yes. Love how you include young. Oh, thank you, Leah. Young Living Oils. For those people who start using Young Living Oils, we get really excited about them. I remember when I first found Young Living, I kind of used to think, oh my God, these people are over the top about these oils. But after time, I began to understand what that was all about. All right, so Janice, and yes, I'm over the top about Young Living Oils because they have the vibration, a really, really high vibration, and vibrationally, you smell them. And someone said to me, with Young Living, you smell Young Living, and it just lifts you and takes you to another level. And that is because the vibration is so pure with our oils. Fantastic. Well, something's happened for you, Janice. I'll just pull this card out. Melissa, grateful, resentful. Paradise is an attitude of the heart. So you've got this reminder going on for you, and I want you to know you may be grateful, you may be feeling resentful, there may be some, you may often be you may have some resentment, underlying resentment. Just watch your thoughts there. Give me 3 more minutes. I'll ring her back in a minute. That's a daughter ringing in. I'm in the land of the wanted this morning. Let's see what it says in the well. That's what I'll do. And then I'll go to a card. And for you, Janice. Oh, the bone collector. You're the person who you collect the wisdom. You're the collector. You're the keeper of the wisdom and the memories. So if you don't know what that means, maybe you need to, think about. You may or you may not. It's always hard when I can't have a conversation. Just acknowledge that you are collecting the wisdom. But my question to you would be, what are you doing with that wisdom? I am going to have to go in a minute anyway, because my time is up. And find out what's going on. Someone's really wanting me. But what have we got? Did I have somebody else listed below? I feel like I've logged in and said, what can I do to protect yourself from it? Carmen, why don't you reach out and have a conversation with me? I'd love to talk to you about the oils. We have oils, just getting some Young Living oils. That's definitely, if people are saying, what can I do? Have a conversation with me. Get some of these oils into your life. And I use them all the time for so many things. I pass them on to the children, to other people. And I am watching so many souls who are stepping into their power with purpose. So, and I'm not just here doing this because I want to sell you something. I do want to sell you something. I want to sell you something that's life-changing. I want to actually inspire you to take the steps that you need. So if you have enjoyed your time here, come and join my beautiful Essential Oil Wisdom group on Facebook. Send me a friend request or send a request to, and there it is right under my heart now, or in alignment with my heart now, Kay's Essential Oil Wisdom. It's a great way for you to connect with me. And yeah, absolutely. Get a premium. This is a premium starter kit. Thanks, Leah. This is a premium starter kit with a beautiful diffuser. Leah, seeing as you're so beautiful, I will pull one of these cards as an ending because you asked about Young Living Oils. Surrender is your blend. Accepting life as it is, accepting others as they are. Surrender to your higher purpose, and you will be blessed with bliss. And I've got to go. Thank you, everybody. I love you. From my heart to yours, get out there in the world and do what God has planned for you. Bye.